Here to talk some Yankees baseball. News broke yesterday that the Yankees will be without their reliever, Zack Britton, who's going to undergo surgery to remove a bone chip in his pitching elbow. The timetable is unknown at this point. It's going to be at least a month he'll be gone for. I'll start with you, Brian, on this one. How big of a loss is this for the Yankees this early in the season?
Well, it's a tough blow, and every year the Yankees seem to get knocked up with injuries, and you're hoping so far so good this spring. Nothing's really come across us, and then this really comes out of nowhere. Britton's a big piece of that bullpen. You can't really deny that. He's pitched very well the last two seasons. Both seasons he's had an ERA under 2, and pretty much whenever Chapman is injured, he's the closer, and he's got closer stuff. So that's a big piece to lose late innings, and especially for a lefty, it's tough. But I think the Yankees, they have a good enough bullpen where they can afford to lose Zack Britton and they won't suffer too much from it. Obviously, it'll hurt, but I think they have enough talent in that bullpen where they can do off just fine. I mean, the Darren O'Day signing right now looks very good from what has happened given the circumstances. And I think he can fill the eighth inning role, either him or Chad Green. And yeah, Britton, they'll miss him. He's an effective lefty, and they'll definitely miss that. But the Yankees should be okay. But Zack Britton is a tough guy to lose.
I'm looking at this way more pessimistically than you. Obviously, Zack Britton, it's a really tough blow for him. He had battled COVID in January. He lost 18 pounds. He came into camp. He wasn't his normal weight. I don't know what that had to do with it, but he couldn't train for 10 days. So, when it's sore elbows, if that was stretched out properly, who knows? But Zack Britton has been by far the most reliable Yankee reliever. Aroldis Chapman's got injured. He's struggled. He's been demoted from the closer role. Chad Green's been flat out demoted. So Zack Britton's really been that rock solid guy. So was Kahnle, and now Kahnle's gone. And so that's why Britton needed to be here even more than ever. And this one really hurts. Really hurts. 2.4 ERA as a Yankee over the last 3 years. And when you look at what the Yankees did, thank God they did these moves. They traded Ottavino. That freed up some money where they signed Justin Wilson and Darren O'Day, who Brian just talked about. Darren O'Day is a guy who needs to step up. Justin Wilson, a former Yankee, now current Yankee again, needs to step up. You need maybe an Adam Warren or Luis Cessa too to step up. I don't think this bullpen is as deep as it's been. I think it's actually the thinnest it's been since this kind of 2017, 2021 run the Yankees have been on. It's really unfortunate. I don't know how many times I have to talk about injuries with the Yankees. It seems like every time so far I've been on one-on-one, it's who's injured now. It really sucks to see. You said a month, Sam. I think that would be a miracle if he's back in a month. He just had surgery, and I don't want to think just worst case scenario, but I am trained to think the last few years with the Yankees worst case scenario. I'm not expecting him back before June at the earliest. The Yankees have to make another move, I think, in the bullpen, at least before it's all said and done. Obviously, they have plenty of time to do that. Britton's not out for the year or anything like that, but this definitely does sting. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I was really disappointed when I heard this news. Also, just the kind of locker room guy he is, right? He's their player rep. He's a really, stand-up guy. They look up to him in that locker room. I don't know with COVID, the precautions or everything, but I can't imagine he'll be traveling with the team every day. So that's another aspect that hurts. And he's a guy that they couldn't really afford to lose, and they lost him. So we'll see if the next man up mentality holds true in 2021, because someone in that bullpen, one of those question mark guys, is going to have to step up and fill the void.
I think the only good news with this situation is when it happened, I guess, because there is a good amount of time. I mean, this is a long season. Yeah. It's a 162 game season. So that's a positive thing. And I think also if anywhere is going to take a hit, I mean, the bullpen, it's an area of concern, but it's better than losing a starting pitcher right now, I think, because that's the biggest area of concern for the Yankees. But